What's up, guys? It's me, JellyKnees, and welcome to the year of Ethereal, which I've been calling it. This is the year where we're gonna get the game, and it's just gonna blow up on the MOBA scene, and I can't wait for it. But this video is actually just going to be a recap of what we know about Ethereal for new people coming in and just learning about the game. So I appreciate anyone that's already subscribed and watches my videos regularly, but this one's for the new guys. You're welcome to stick around and see if maybe there's something you didn't know, but I'll see you guys in the next video if you're not going to hang around. But the rest of you, here we go. We're going to recap for you. So, Ethereal is a 6v6 3D MOBA that takes top, middle, and bottom lane a little more literally. If you look at this image right here in front of us, you can see that the three lanes are separated from one another, and you can see that they're also kind of stacked a little bit differently. They're not quite cake layered, but they're staggered in amongst themselves. In this lane, we know that, or in this image, we know that they're the three lanes. We have the ice lane, which is shown by the ice wyvern cave. We have the fire lane, which is the fire wyvern cave. And we have the void lane, which will have Atropos, who will be the main neutral objective of Ethereal Clash of Souls. The other unique thing about Ethereal is that they're going to have a class system for their characters, which are called myths. So we have 8 classes that we know about so far for Ethereal. The first class being the Archmage class. This class will have, or every class will have, unique abilities that they can use throughout the course of a game. The Archmages will have teleportation sigils that they can leave around the map for them or their teammates to travel between to make rotations a little bit faster between the lanes. Next up, we have the Berserkers. The Berserkers will be able to destroy terrain around them to block paths or create new ones into certain areas or up on certain areas. Then we have the Clerics. These will be the support class for Ethereal, and they will have a different Etherean path that they can go down, which will have its own unique ability depending on which path you choose. Right now, we know there are about 4 paths, but there's the potential for there to be more in the future as well. We have the Knights here, who their class ability is that they can go on a relic hunt and find an ancient item that has extra power and is very strong that only they have access to. The Marksman class will be able to select one target on the enemy team and deal more damage to that target over the course of the entire game. The Overseer is a mystery class that we don't know much about other than its existence in Ethereal. We don't really know any of the myths that are in it or what their class ability will be either, but there's a lot of speculation around it. We have the Reaper class, which will be your kind of roaming class that will have the ability to climb up and down walls. And this will have a stamina bar and will help them access the verticality that Ethereal has to offer. And the final class will be the Sky Slayers. The unique thing about the Sky Slayers is that they're going to have the ability to fly around the map. So they can fly between lanes, up and down on a lane, and just everywhere they go, they're able to fly around the map. So a core design philosophy around Ethereal is that if your character is designed with something, let's say like Zero or Leah here, both of them have a spear of some kind. Your character will use that item. Zero also has a gun. If you look right here in his right hand, that means that Zero, because that is in his design, will use the gun at some point in his kit, even if it's just for basic attacks. The other thing that Ethereal's been giving us is regular blog posts. I would say that you check their website every Friday afternoon, evening, or join their Discord to get notifications about it. But we've been getting blog posts about special abilities, some skins that they're going to release for the first 7 myths. We've got the minions. The minions themselves, there are classes within that will have their own abilities. We've got monsters, being the wyverns and Atropos, and some other things in there as well. We've got some images of the map that they showed us. The first images we saw of the map were done in a blog post in these fun facts. So like I said, highly recommend checking the website on Friday afternoons or joining the Discord to get notifications about it. We've got account progression, in that they're going to have 4 different levels of account progression between ranking up your gameplay and how good you are on a myth, just your regular account level or your rank. There's so many different things in there. We've also recently learned about the loadout system that you'll be able to customize and change before you go into a game. If you guys are interested in any of these fun facts or blog posts, please check out the channel. I've done videos on every single one of these except the loadouts, but that one's coming very soon, and I'll continue to do those going into the future. The thing we also know is that Ethereal will soon come out with a Kickstarter. This Kickstarter will be how you gain access to the pre-alpha and some other benefits in thereof. We know that that's coming very early in this new year of 2021. And the 7 myths that we know will be in this Kickstarter, or sorry, in this pre-alpha, will be Aran over here, who's a berserker, Dante, which is a marksman, Malaya, who's a reaper, Leah, who's a sky slayer, Marina, who's a cleric, Noxus, who is an archmage, and Talos, who is a knight. So these will be the main 7 myths that we'll have initially going into Ethereal for the pre-alpha after the Kickstarter ends. In the past, they've stated that the Kickstarter will go for about a month, and then the pre-alpha will start right after that. So I would assume once you get the Kickstarter and you see that that's out and about, we've got about a month before pre-alpha launches, or somewhere right in there. The other thing that we're waiting for is a website update. They've been kind of releasing website updates in phases, and I would expect that the next website update will come right around alongside with the Kickstarter, if not right at the same time. So definitely be on the lookout for that, as it'll go into a bunch more detail about a lot of these things that we're learning about in the blog posts and such. Now, in addition to these 7 myths, we do know about more, but we don't have any idea of when they're going to come out after the pre-alpha or anything like that. We just know what they look like and some vague descriptions of them. So right here we have Acheron, we have Exiel, Grace. So I apologize. We have Acheron, who's going to be a knight. We have Exiel, who's a reaper. Grace is a cleric, most likely. Grognark, who's going to be a berserker. Chief Akaika, who is an archmage. Kalia, who is also an archmage. Malware, who's a marksman. Nikolai, who's a cleric. And Zero, who is a sky slayer as well. So these myths, like I said, we know about. We've seen the models for them. We know what classes they belong to. We just don't know where in the pre-alpha or further down the line in development that these myths are going to come out, as the initial ones will only be these 7. But guys, that is the quick recap about everything for a clear Ethereal Clash of Souls. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me any questions. I'll be happy to answer them, or reach out to someone at UG who can answer them. But I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out here. Please hit that subscribe and like button if you want to see more Ethereal content. But speaking of Ethereal content, if you guys click right over there, you'll be able to see something that YouTube recommends for you from my channel. And if you click on the other side, you'll see a playlist of all the Ethereal content that I've come out with. And soon you'll see a little circle with my icon on it. If you hit that, you'll be able to subscribe as well. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.